Hello everyone, Saturday, April the 11th. We're getting near to the end of the octave of Easter. From the first reading, Acts chapter 4. So they called the two apostles and ordered them not to speak or teach at all in the name of Jesus. Okie dokie. But Peter, they don't know what to do with him at this point. But Peter and John answered them, whether it is right in God's sight to listen to you rather than to God, you must judge. For we cannot keep from speaking about what we have seen and heard. And then they threaten them again and basically kick them out. Bullies. You know, in Canada now, apparently it's illegal to preach certain sections of the Bible. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting, and it's an abomination. And a Catholic Prime Minister has done this. I don't care if, he cannot distance himself from this, if this is actually true. I mean, you read it, you can't even trust what you read on the internet. But I'm, trying to find out if it's exactly true or not. But nobody can stop us from preaching the full truth of the gospel. You don't go out and hit people over the head with a biblical 2x4, so to speak. But you have to be willing to call sin, sin, period. God did, Jesus did, and you and I, when it's necessary, we must call sin what it is, not an alternative lifestyle. Sure, we do that for, to be somewhat accommodating, but not in terms of principle and not in terms of public policy or agreement. We can't acknowledge something that's sin to be virtue, so freedom of, true freedom of conscience, this is what the apostles are saying. We're not giving in to the sin of human respect because you're bullying us. We're not going to stop preaching the gospel. We have to preach the gospel. We have to be, and we will be completely free in preaching the fullness of what Jesus taught us to teach. Okay, to the Gospel of Mark, I should say. Mark's got a different angle on certain things. But when the disciples heard that he was alive and had been seen by her, Mary Magdalene, they would not believe it. So they don't believe Mary Magdalene. And then the two disciples from Emmaus do the same thing, and they did not believe them. So Jesus then appears to them and he chides them and upbraids them for their lack of faith and stubbornness because they had not believed those who saw him after he had risen. And Jesus then said to them, go into all the world and proclaim the good news to the whole creation. So who is right and who is wrong? It's not an either or, both and. So you and I are called to open ourselves to the truth of Jesus' resurrection. And the fact that Jesus had to do this so often indicates that it is true. Jesus is risen. God bless you.